Over centuries, Gaulish, the Celtic language of the region, influenced this evolving Latin. Germanic invasions added their own linguistic spice to the mix. By the 9th century, a distinct language had emerged: Old French. This language was far different from the classical Latin spoken by scholars and priests. French historian. Old French was a vibrant, evolving language. It was the language of troubadours and poets, of knights and kings. In 987, when Hugh Capet became king of France, he chose to be crowned in Old French, not Latin. This act symbolized the rise of a new language and a new era. The court of Louis XIV became the epicenter of European culture. French fashion, French cuisine, French literature, all were emulated across the continent. Ambassadors and diplomats from across Europe learned French to navigate this world of power and influence. European Francophone. French became the language of diplomacy, the language of international relations. Treaties were written in French. Negotiations were conducted in French. From the royal courts of Europe to the salons of Enlightenment thinkers, French was the language of the elite, the language of power. The French Empire, reaching its zenith under Napoleon Bonaparte, further expanded the reach of the French language. French became the language of administration in the vast territories conquered by Napoleon's armies. Schools were established to teach French, spreading the language to new generations. French historian. While Napoleon's empire ultimately crumbled, the influence of the French language endured. French continued to be spoken in the salons of St. Petersburg, the coffee houses of Vienna, and the universities of Berlin. It remained a language of culture, diplomacy, and intellectual discourse. French fur traders forged alliances with indigenous peoples, creating a vibrant fur trade that stretched from the St. Lawrence River to the Great Lakes. Jesuit missionaries seeking to convert indigenous populations to Christianity learned indigenous languages and translated religious texts, further intertwining French with the linguistic tapestry of North America. North American Francophone. Today, French remains a vital part of Canadian identity. Over 7 million Canadians speak French as their first language. From the bustling streets of Montreal to the Acadian communities of the Maritimes, French continues to thrive in North America. Section 5. The Echoes of Empire French in Africa and Southeast Asia. This chapter delves into the profound influence of French colonialism on these diverse regions. The French Empire left an indelible mark on the linguistic landscape of Africa and Southeast Asia, shaping the cultural and social fabric of these areas. African Francophones. During the 19th and 20th centuries, France established colonies across these regions, spreading the French language through administration, education, and commerce. Schools were set up to teach French, and it became the medium of instruction. In Africa, French became the language of government, education, and trade in many colonies. It was used in official documents, legal proceedings, and business transactions. African Francophone speaker. French was often promoted as the language of advancement, while indigenous languages were sometimes suppressed. This created a complex dynamic where French was seen as a gateway to modernity and progress. This legacy of colonialism has had a complex and lasting impact on the relationship between French and indigenous languages in Africa. The coexistence of French and local languages continues to influence cultural identity and communication. Arab Francophone. French also took root in Southeast Asia, particularly in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. The French influence is evident in the architecture, cuisine, and educational systems of these countries. As in Africa, French was the language of colonial administration, leaving a lasting linguistic legacy in the region. The use of French in government and education has persisted, shaping the post-colonial identity of these nations. Section 6. A change in the air. The rise of English. The 20th century witnessed a shift in the global balance of power. The rise of the United States as a global superpower, coupled with the decline of European empires, led to the emergence of English as the new lingua franca. The economic and military might of the United States, combined with the global reach of its culture and technology, fueled the spread of English. English became the language of international business, aviation, science, and technology. The internet and the rise of global media further cemented the dominance of English. While English may have eclipsed French as the global lingua franca, French has not disappeared. Far from it. French continues to be spoken by millions of people worldwide, a testament to its enduring legacy. Section 7. French today. A global tapestry of accents and cultures. Today, French boasts over 300 million speakers worldwide, making it one of the most widely spoken languages on the planet. It is an official language in 29 countries and is spoken on every populated continent from Africa to Europe and from the Americas to Asia. From the bustling streets of Paris to the vibrant markets of Dakar, from the serene beaches of Martinique to the cosmopolitan cafes of Hanoi, French resonates with a global rhythm, connecting diverse cultures and communities. The French language is a tapestry woven from diverse threads, each contributing to its unique and rich texture. Each speaker, each accent, each regional variation adds to the richness and complexity of this global language, making it a living, breathing entity. It is a language that continues to inspire, challenge, and captivate people around the world, fostering a sense of global community and shared heritage. Section 8. The enduring allure. Why French still matters. In a world where English reigns supreme, it might seem unnecessary to learn another language. So, why should we care about French? Why invest time in learning this language, exploring its rich literature, and delving into its vibrant culture? The answer is simple. French offers a unique window to the world, providing us with a different way of seeing, thinking, and expressing ourselves. It enriches our minds and broadens our horizons. Learning French opens doors to a wealth of literature, from classic novels to contemporary works, film, music, and art. It connects us to a cultural heritage that is both profound and influential. It allows us to engage with different cultures, understand diverse perspectives, and appreciate the nuances of a language that has shaped history in countless ways and continues to shape the world today. French is not just a language, it is a way of life. French is a language that encourages precision of thought and elegance of expression, fostering creativity and intellectual growth. It is a language that celebrates beauty, creativity, and the art of living well. From its art to its cuisine, French culture is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for beauty and innovation. In a world that often feels increasingly homogeneous, where cultures blend and sometimes lose their distinctiveness, French reminds us of the importance of diversity, of embracing different perspectives, and of celebrating the richness of human expression. It is a language that invites us to explore, to understand, and to appreciate the myriad ways in which we can express our humanity. Section 9. A final thought. Languages as windows to the world. Languages are more than just tools of communication. They are gateways to different cultures, different ways of seeing the world. Each language carries within it the history, values, and beliefs of its speakers. Learning a new language is like embarking on a journey of discovery. It is an opportunity to step outside of our comfort zones, to challenge our assumptions, and to broaden our horizons. So, let us embrace the diversity of languages, for they are the threads that connect us, the bridges that unite us, and the windows that allow us to see the world in all its wonder and complexity.